Do you guys ever have days where you just feel like you could just sleep for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours? And no matter what I mean, I haven't had a chance to take a nap today. I sort of squandered that opportunity earlier because I decided to put a movie on for Auden and then try to get things done instead of actually laying down and taking a nap. And so that's my bad. But like, I just feel like I cannot. I just feel like I can't wake up. It's Monday. So we had a weekend. Yesterday was a hard day. Yesterday was a really long, frustrating day for me. So maybe that had something to do with it. I'm not really sure. But I am happy. I am happy to be here. And look, we've got Rumi, we've got Hayes, we've got Wolf, we've got Mud, DJ. Seriously, I know. I can't, it's not even I can't wake up. It's, well, yeah, it is. I guess it is. I can't, I do find that if I'm playing a game, like I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn for the last couple weeks. I don't know exactly how long it took me to beat it or like how long I've been playing it, but I find I have a hard time going to sleep after I play a game that's that intense. It's different if you're just kind of playing a game like some little, like not intense side scroller or, you know, just like a super calm, not even calm, but like a game like Rayman Legends would be less intense than trying to play like Horizon Zero Dawn. So I found myself, not only was I staying up late playing the game, but then I had a hard time falling asleep after the game. And so it's this constant battle because I want to play something in my personal time, but I can't. And Charlotte has started playing Horizon Zero Dawn, just playing my game. And it's on story mode, so it's like super easy. And each machine takes like one hit. The bigger ones maybe take two, maybe three. Although I did take down... I just wanted to try on story mode, one of the hardest machines in the whole game. And it was still kind of a fight. The biggest difference, though, is even though he hit me a lot of times, my life barely went down at all. So I was like, okay, so it's not so much that... I mean, he was still a tank. And he took a bit, but he barely took any of my life down. And I was like, that's fair, because these guys suck and they're my note machines and I don't like them at all. So I just wanted to try it out. But she, even last night, she wanted to play it. And I was like, dude, you gotta, like, I don't feel like that's a good idea. It's a school day tomorrow. And she was like, I won't play for very long. Well, she had a hard time falling asleep last night too. So just goes to show ya. Hey, it's Collaboration. Happy Monday. And Hayes, I'm so sorry that you have a cold. Seriously, yeah. All you want to do, well, all you should do when you have a cold is sleep, because their body heals better when it's sleeping, when it gets to rest. But unfortunately, that's not a reality for a lot of adults / parents. It just is. Rumi's like, what is the sleep you speak of? I feel like I had a good night's sleep last night, but I fell asleep late. But like I said, yesterday was just kind of a rough day because I had... Now that church starts later, I have these extra meetings on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Sundays. And then yesterday I had, and Andrew has extra meetings too on some Sundays. I can't entirely keep them all straight. And so sometimes we have to have my mother-in-law take the girls to her house, and Andrew drives his truck when he's done, and I drive and then I switch cars with my mother-in-law because the car seats are in my car. And that yesterday was one of those days where like, it was just like everywhere. It was all over the place. And then I had to give somebody a ride home, which I had agreed to do before. You know what the biggest problem is? It's the fact that I'm part of what's called the ward council, which is the music too loud? Can you guys hear me over the music? Because it sounds slightly loud in my headphones and I just want to make sure I'm not like drowned out. I'm part of something called the ward council, which is basically the presidents of every organization in our church congregation. So there's you know, like there are like six presidents in there. And then there's the bishopric, the bishop and his 2 counselors. And then there's like the clerk, like the ward clerk, the congregation's clerk. And then there are the missionaries that tune in and come in and hang out for a while. And so we basically just talk about the needs of the people in our church congregation, because we've got people with lots of needs. And I'm, you know, obviously I'm over like the teenage girls. And so we've got a whole bunch of teenage girls that come from rough backgrounds or have issues or their families have problems or whatever. And the problem is we can't seem to keep that meeting under an hour. And it feels frustrating because sometimes, well, a lot of times Oh, can Mud not even hear music? There's supposed to be music playing. I can't tell how loud it is. That's the problem, is I can't tell how loud it is because it's different in my headphones as opposed to y'all's headphones. It's very low. Okay, good to know. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Is that better or is that too loud? My biggest issue is oftentimes I feel like I'm just sitting there wasting my time because two people are having a conversation in the entire ward council that could easily be a conversation they could just have somewhere else. And that's frustrating because I'm like, this is a waste of my time. You are wasting my time because this conversation needs to happen outside of ward council. This should only be stuff that we as a council have to counsel together about. But I feel like that's the majority of what happens right now. And it's so frustrating because I'm sitting there for over an hour and sometimes things come up where I'm like, yeah, okay, I feel like that was a good discussion. But most of the time I'm like, why am I even here? No, I haven't said anything about it because our bishop is still relatively new. But if I were petty, I would be like, I'm sorry, can I just interrupt? You guys can talk about this later, right? Like, I've got places to be. We've all got places to be. This is not a ward council matter. This is a you two talk about it matter. I can't do that. But yes, that's how I feel. This could have been an email. And I get why we meet together. We meet together because there are needs of our congregation that we need to be talked about. We've got families that need help, and we've got people that are either getting baptized and we need to plan that, or we've got activities coming up, or we have families that move in that have different needs or whatever. I mean, there are legitimate needs, but it does get hard when I'm sitting there and like two people are having this conversation and I'm like, take it outside, man. Do it somewhere else. This is easily a conversation you can have somewhere else. Be petty. Well, and I came home and was in a really bad mood yesterday, and I didn't want to be in a bad mood, but I was in a bad mood. I hate when I get in a bad mood on days when Ander is home and it's a Sunday. We're supposed to like be a happy family together because I'm like, yeah, just when people start talking about something that doesn't concern me, just be like, just, I don't have to say a word, just pull out my switch. And Ander was like, when I was bishop, I learned how to shut those conversations down. And I learned, because he's the one that's running the ward council. And I'm not complaining about ward council because it's needed. It's absolutely needed. It's the second and fourth Sundays, and it's absolutely needed because there are a lot of needs. But every once in a while, we go over time because we fill the time we have with people just having these one-on-one conversations. And I'm like, okay, that could have absolutely happened some other time. But Ander said I got really good at shutting those down. And before people got carried away, I would be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you there. You guys can talk about this later. This does not concern this whole entire room. And we'd move on. And I was like, maybe someday our bishop will get to that point, but there's still kind of a new bishopric. And so I know. Well, they do have an agenda. That's the thing. There's an agenda that's on the TV screen, and there's an agenda of all the things we need to discuss. But inevitably, somebody brings something up where like somebody will look over at the clerk and be like, oh, by the way, does that need to happen? Like, can I do that on LD? Like, can I do that on the app? And I'm thinking, and there should be a simple answer, right? Yeah, you can. I'll go over it with you later. But instead, it'll be like, yeah, you can. You just have to go into this and this and this. And I'm like, these minutes are ticking by, and I'm going. So I got home at like 4 yesterday, and I was just tired and I was hungry and I was just really, really frustrated. And I don't like feeling that way. I know that's kind of how I feel too. A lot of these councils, I'm like, this could have been an email, but at the same time, sometimes we have some great discussions that really need to happen because there are people that are in a lot of need, whether it's just people who need friends, people who need support. It doesn't always have to be monetary support because the church has its own kind of welfare system. That doesn't have to be that. It can just be, like, hey, these people are really struggling and they need friends and they need people to reach out to them. And they have a teenage girl, and I can be like, awesome. Okay, cool. Or they'll be like, all right, so-and-so just moved in and they have 2 teenage girls. Boom. I write those names down. I'm like, we'll go visit them. We'll go meet them and say hi. Stuff like that. That's important. But if you have like a technical thing, take it outside. Could have been an email. It's okay. I didn't mean for this to be like a Susie rant session. I apologize. That should not have been the case. I enjoy my calling, as it's called, or like what I do with the teenage girls and everything. I really enjoy it a lot. But it does take a lot of extra time out of my schedule. My Sundays are crazy, and February is shaping up to be really busy. We've got a lot of church stuff going on. I've got Wednesday night activities every week, and we just have a whole lot of stuff going on. I was thinking February would be kind of chill, but it is not. It's EJ! I also hope you had a great weekend. You personally like Susie rants? Why? I don't want to bring anybody else down. I don't want to be like, I'm mad and angry right now. Because that's not entirely, that's not the case. It's just, I just feel sleepy. I just feel sleepy and I feel like I can't wake up. And so I tell myself, I'm going to go to bed early tonight. And then I never go to bed early. What is going to bed early? Because the only time I feel like I can cram any of my adult life into, I have to cram all the things I want to do without my children around me into an hour and a half. And that's just not enough time. It's just, on a lighter note, DJ got something delivered to the house today that not only did I not know existed, I didn't even know it could exist. Well, yeah, you've got to tell us what that is. Hayes, thank you so much for the resub. 2 years? Okay, Hayes, how did you stumble across this channel? Was it Outer Wilds? I'm trying to keep, I can't keep everybody straight. So much time, so little to do. You mean so little time, so much to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was Tunic. That's right. I forget I played Tunic. Goes to show you how much of an impact it left on me. This one I try. Hey, it's Scarecrow. This one I try. I can't get very. I don't do very well. See, and I'm already off. I can't do that one. I need to scratch that off the list. I can't do that. That's impossible to sing. Unless you're Maytree and you can do it. What is it called? Acapella. So that Megalovania song from Undertale. Strike that, reverse it. I don't know. That's from a movie? Oh, you gifted me Outer Wilds. Oh my gosh, that's right. And that was like one of the best games I've ever streamed ever. Is it Mum first? Mom! Dad! Bingo! I know I can't quite get the rhythm right on that one. It's kind of interesting. It's a super interesting rhythm. Okay, wait. DJ says apparently we got a spare box of Krispy Kreme donuts, like a spare one. Wait a minute. It was just delivered to your house? I know Ander is very lucky that he has a job that he can really honestly just kind of escape. Well, and Ander's a dude, right? So like he'll go with a friend. He used to have this friend that had kind of a lot of problems. And he'd come home and I'd be like, how's Jeff? And Ander would be like, fine, I think. And I'm going, what do you mean you think? You were just out on a boat with him for 8 hours. And he'd be like, we didn't really talk about anything crazy. I'm like, well, how's his girlfriend? He's like, I don't know. You didn't talk about his girlfriend? What did you guys talk about? Ander goes, we didn't talk about anything. Are you kidding me? How do you not talk about anything for 8 hours on a boat? How does that even happen? That is insane. It's John Steed. I've got enough Susie points for 24 straight minutes of Susie Kazooie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I'll find out later that, well, his friend had some, yeah, he had some problems, and he let's just say that he came out fishing a couple times with Ander when he was hungover, and he did fall off the boat. He fell off the boat a couple times. Brian Regan has a bit about that very conversation between husbands and wives. Yes, it's so true. I'll be like, how did you just spend 8 hours out on a boat on a lake with nobody else around you, and you have no idea how your friend is doing? Now here's me over here. Hey, it's Jane and Sword Art. Yep, quiet. Ander is an introvert. Here's me. I saw this this short video. I'm not a huge fan of this content creator. I don't find her stuff super funny. Some of it's funny and some of it's not, but she has an iPad, so I'm going to use a phone. But she'll be like, what? She is this short, right? So on like Facebook or something, and she's watching this movie and it shows somebody and she goes, and she dresses up as the boyfriend or her husband or whatever. And he's like, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm just Googling his name and how tall he is and how long he's been married and how many kids he has and what other movies he's been in. Why? Because I like to know. That's me. So I want to know everything there is to know about anything. And I'm the same way. We'll be watching a movie and I'll be like, and Andrew's like, what are you looking up? Nothing. Maybe just like what other movies he's been. Like, I recognize that voice. He's been in something. Like, I know I do the same thing. Oh my gosh. Our cousin sent over a spare box of Krispy Kremes. I quizzed my mother about this. Apparently it is not an error. It was, according to all available information, spare. Unbelievable. The heavens have smiled upon you. That's just an amazing, amazing experience. You have been blessed by the universe, my friend. Have I looked at Ender Magnolia? No, but I'm totally going to write that down. Ender Magnolia, is it a Metroidvania? No, so I wouldn't use a phone in a movie theater. This is just when we're home on the couch. And we rarely ever watch like movies together on the couch, but I don't do this. That's not how I do it. I do it very discreetly and quietly, but Andrew doesn't really care. You know, he's just like, I just don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to need to know these things. I'm like, I don't know. But a lot of times for me, it's the fact that I'll be like, I recognize this guy. What do I recognize him from? It's not just me being like, I want to know who his wife is and how many kids he has and how tall he is. It's not quite that drastic. It's me just being like, I recognize that guy. What else was he in? Or I'll say, or it's mostly voices. I'll be like, I know that voice. I know that voice. He's been in something together. Or he's been in something that I've seen before or something like that. But I just like, I need to know that I'm not crazy and that I do recognize the voice. I didn't know Krispy Kreme's delivered. We don't have a Krispy Kreme around here. But the movie's still happening. You would drive me up the wall. Like I said, I don't do it in movie theaters. I do it at home on the couch. And I watch movies so rarely that it's like, it's not, you know. But Anders over there poking around on his phone too. So it's not like I'm totally distracting and I'm going, while the movie's still going, I'm going, oh, by the way, did you know that this person was in this and that this is how tall he is and he's been married for this amount of years? It's not like that. I just look it up and then I'm like, okay, cool. Got it. Jeff Foxworthy's take. He gets a text that says, please pray for Tom. He's been in a bad wreck and his wife has all the questions, but he can only answer, please pray for Tom. He's been in a bad wreck. I know. Women just tend to over explain things, and that's just kind of the way that it is. It's not. Yeah, that's true. Prime Video does do that. I forgot about that. We haven't had Prime Video in a long time, but yeah, it'll be like, oh, you want to know who all these people are? We've got you covered, you know? But the video was just funny because she did it so dramatically on her iPad. And I thought, oh, that is very close to me. If Marlene goes on her phone though, I'm like, get off and watch, since I've seen the movie and she hasn't. We did take Anders' friend. I just mentioned we did take him to go see some movie in the theaters. We all went together and he was on his phone the whole time. We were in the theater, and granted it was like a discount theater, so we didn't pay much for the tickets, but I just remember being like, why would you physically get in your car, drive to a movie theater, and then pay to go see a movie and then sit on your phone the whole time? That was odd to me. I was like, I have no... Well, if y'all scroll during a movie, I have no time for you. See, that's not what I do. I'm not sitting here like scrolling through while I'm watching a movie, and Andrew doesn't either, but he'll periodically check his phone. But then again, his phone is linked to his business. But, you know, so he sometimes can't really ignore it. But for me, I'm not sitting and scrolling while I watch a movie. I just need to look that up really fast. And then I'm like, okay, I was right. It was that guy from the other thing. All right, I'm good. So is mansplaining projection. I know I have a hard time with the whole like mansplaining issue that people always bring up, because I'm like, women do the same thing. It's not it's not a woman versus a man thing. It's honestly just like, I think it's really more an extrovert versus an extrovert versus an introvert type of thing. I just don't, I don't know. I mean, I guess mansplaining is oftentimes looked at as being condescending and being like, well, clearly you don't know this, so I'm going to explain this to you. But women can be just as condescending when trying to explain things. So I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Ender Magnolia is an anime-looking Metroidvania. Stellar reviews. Oh, interesting. Stellar reviews. Those are some intense reviews. Question, are there, okay, I feel like we've talked about this before. Are there randomizers for Hollow Knight? I think there are. It's a nonsense term that falsely labels something as only a problem with men. Agreed. Because somehow when women condescendingly explain something, it's considered okay. But if men trying to condescendingly explain something, it's considered mansplaining. I don't know. I don't agree with it. I think it's silly. But I don't know what you mean. Rumi's here trolling us all. I've been too afraid to pick up my Switch and like play something by myself. I've got that Severed game that I was playing a while back, but I've been too afraid to pick up my Switch and play it because I don't want to ruin where I am in Cocoon. So I haven't really played anything, although I did try to take that machine down in Horizon Zero Dawn the other day because I was curious. It's like story mode is seriously, Charlotte's taking machines down with one arrow. But I'm really proud of her though, because she's learning to aim. She's learning how to, shoot and kill animals and, get the meat and stuff from them and everything. And she feels really accomplished and she knows it's on story mode, but I'm just really proud of her. I think it's so cool to watch her experience a game that is so dear to my heart in a way that that's non-stressful for her, and she can experience it and enjoy playing it so much that she doesn't want to put it down. And I'm like, look, man, I totally get that feeling. And so now every night after I put Odd into bed, she's like, can I play Horizon? And I'm like, you have a hard time going to sleep when you play it, just like I did. But I don't want to say no because she finds so much joy in it. And I think that's really sweet. This isn't a super big spoiler, but there are some, I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but there are small machines, and then there are medium-sized machines, and then there are the big machines. And the biggest machines most often are not found in big groups. Most of the time, there's only one of them hanging around like the site. There are all these machine sites, right? So there's like a charger site. Chargers are like little ram type looking things. Or the striders are like, they kind of look like horses and they're super chill. But when I wouldn't say chill, I guess. They can get angry at you and they can attack you, but they don't have much, like they're not very powerful. They're kind of the lowest rung. And then you move all the way up to like the big giant machines. Usually there's only one on its site, but there's usually like another one nearby, like another smaller machine nearby that's like keeping watch. And so she hasn't tried to take any like really massive ones down, but she has taken a couple of the medium-sized ones down, like a Ravager or maybe like a Bellowback. And I'm not going to explain exactly what those are because I don't want to spoil them, but they're the medium kind. They're pretty deadly. And one of them is elemental and both of them can shoot from afar, I guess. And she's taken both of them down. I think they each only took like 2 or 3 arrows. And well, like I said, I tried taking this massive machine down and it was still a little bit of a challenge. I got hit a lot, but my life went down like hardly anything. Like it was nothing. Yeah. So, I mean, I think your kids become gamers if you just allow them to game. I mean, if you try to, although I don't know, maybe not. I'm not really sure. Let me mansplain it to you. It's when men explain things to a woman that a woman already knows. I gave her the controller. I wasn't sure she was going to completely go crazy on it. Well, to be totally honest, I didn't realize it was so, I didn't realize story mode was so easy. I had no idea it was so easy. Although I will say during the very, very last quest in Frozen Wilds, I did turn it onto story mode because I was like, I've done this before. I've paid my dues. I've done this on normal. I don't want to take a bunch of time. I don't want to be crazy stealthy. Like I want to get this done because I'm ready to be done. And so I put it on story mode and I was like, okay, this is too easy. Like this is way too easy. So I turned it up to easy so I could just take the machines down a little quicker. And then I turned it back up to normal for the very last battle. And I never died, but it was intense. It was so intense. Gaslighting is obviously not a good thing for anyone. We shouldn't gaslight anyone. Horizon 3 will have walking kazoo robots. You damage them and you automatically lose the game. Good one. In my opinion, it's not hard at all to get kids to be gamers. If anything, it's way too easy for kids to get super addicted to games nowadays. That's actually a really good thought. I think it's important to just limit screen time kind of in general. But for Charlotte, I think, so my daughter's 10 and she loves playing games. And when she can start Dark Souls, my niece is playing Black Myth Wukong right now. And I was like, does that game have like difficulty settings? And she was like, and I said, or is it just one of those, if you don't do well, you just suck and that's just it? And she was like, I think it's one of those. And I was like, no, that's not for me. I don't like that. I don't like being punished when I'm playing games. I want to enjoy playing games, and some people love that, and I just don't. But you are right, good one, because also welcome. It's nice to have you here. Because my daughter, who's 10, will come and be like, I want this new phone game. And I'm like, really? You have so many phone games, and you have a Switch. But she's been playing Pokemon Snap. But I think it's important to let your kids watch you play games and watch you enjoy playing games. And so when she was really little and she'd come in to watch me, I wouldn't be like, go leave me alone. I'd be like, look at this, watch this. And I would like show her what was going on with the game and we'd talk about it and we'd have conversations about it. And I'd be like, isn't that crazy? Look at that giant machine back there or whatever. And I think that's important. I think that's really, really important. Also, we just got a message from Gail who says he's lurking, training again this week. Have fun. We love Gail. Well, I'm grateful for the lurk. Super, super grateful for the lurk. Chain says, I'm just making a funny because people have abused that term in the last 5 to 10 years. Oh, that is true. There are definitely people that take it too far. They will be like, this is gaslighting when it's kind of not. It says, reminds me of that Office scene where he's like, I have been a victim of a hate crime. And they're like, no, that's not the definition of a hate crime. And he's like, well, I hated it. That's kind of what it makes me feel like. I put my headphones on my baby for like 10 seconds and she's like, what is going on? Yeah. So I think it's important if you want to, I think, you know what? This goes for any passion you have, whether it's, you know, woodworking, whether it's working on cars, whether it's building Legos, whether it's playing games, whether it's reading, whatever it is. If you expose your kid to that and then your kid watches you enjoy something like that and listens to you talk about that kind of stuff, your kid will grow up with a positive experience for that. And I think that can turn them absolutely into whatever it is, you know, but we also have to admit that not every kid is going to grow up to be exactly what we want them to be. I just realized I never opened my Dr. Pepper. So I will say to Sword Art, with the Dark Souls, the euphoria I felt when I beat that first boss was pretty intense. But you know what? I get the same euphoria when I figure a puzzle out in a game like this by myself and I don't get any help from the internet or chat or anything like that. And I prefer to puzzle it out instead of like throw myself at a boss 16 times. The euphoria is intense, but it's not for me. What's interesting though is like Hollow Knight, I never felt like Hollow Knight was too hard. What? Okay. I need to find my bearings here. We need to do that thing, and that must be Land Rider. It's Land Rider! Land Rider! Ooh, I am cold, y'all. It is cold. Oh, dude. Collaboration. Hollow Knight was like a spiritual experience for me. It's one of my favorite games. It's on my top 5. I loved Hollow Knight, but it's hard. It's really hard. Is it, are there difficulty settings? Hey, it's Jet! Oh, I love my little puzzle bug. He's so cute. Oh. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. How? Okay, I can shoot. Okay, cool. Oh. Wait, but I did. Oh. Stixel's freaking out over something. Dude, I love Hollow Knight. I love Hollow Knight. Hi, I'm Susie Grace, and I'm so much better at Hollow Knight than Scarecrow. I wouldn't say I'm better. I've beaten it, but like, dude, I struggled, but I loved it. I loved the struggle. And maybe it was just because I loved the animation style. Maybe it was because I loved the music. I'm not sure. It did not strike me the same way. Dark Souls did not strike me the same way Hollow Knight did. I was instantly hooked with Hollow Knight. And with Dark Souls, I was kind of like, okay. Like I did it because I was like, oh, all right. Everybody says this is great. But Hollow Knight, the moment I knew I was going to love Hollow Knight was actually when I first went into Green Path. When I first went into Green Path, I was like, this is going to be, there is something different about this game. That was the moment I knew it. And that's pretty early on. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was just fantastic. I have an idea that is a really bad one. I don't get the extreme love for Hollow Knight. It looks good, but the fan devotion is really high. I loved it, but obviously everybody is entitled to their own opinions. There are a lot of people that don't like Hollow Knight and feel like it's overhyped, or that it's too hard, or that it just isn't, they just don't love it. I personally really enjoyed it, but I had never experienced a game quite like it before, and so maybe, oh, I can't even go back there. Well, wait, oh, okay, hold on just 1 second then. How, okay, wait. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen, but like, oh, I do get it. Oh my gosh. Okay, check this out. No, wait, check this out. Okay. Oh, what? I do not have enough time. Okay. Dang it, there's not enough time. Oh, I understand. Hey, it's Salty! Wait, I missed somebody else. Didn't I miss somebody else? I missed Mayor of Canada. Who is the coolest doctor in the hospital? Dr. Pepper? The hip doctor. Wait, why? That reminds me. I have been... So if I lay on my left side, my whole left hip goes numb for whatever reason. And it's probably just because I'm getting older. I don't know. I've never really felt like I've needed to go see a doctor about it. But I can't lay on my left side for too long, or else my left side, my left like bottom half starts to go numb. But the other night, my left foot started to go numb for no reason. I was just laying in bed, like on my back. So now I have to go see a doctor about it. I'm really mad about it. Dark Souls 1, I've given up on. It's just too old and not a good game. So I never played Dark Souls 1. I played Dark Souls 3. And I did the first boss. It took me 16 tries. And it sucked. Okay. Yeah! Boom, baby! Oh! Yay! We figured it out! Yeah, that was so good. That was so good. Oh, wait a minute. How do I get back and get my stuff? What? How do I... Oh. But I need my thing. Oh, no. I did it, but I have had the Dr. Pepper shake at Whataburger. It's pretty good, but it's not quite as good as, like... Susie is not... Oh, cool. Hip. This is one of those moments where I just want to go like this. want to hide because that was me not being smart. It's Peony! We are playing a game called Cocoon, and it is easily one of the most clever puzzle games I've ever played, and I love it. Absolutely love it. It's so good. I feel like I'm missing things in chat. Collaboration says, I quit Elden Ring the first time, came back maybe a year or years later, then it was magical, tough but magical. My brother loved Elden Ring. It ruined open world games for him. Like, he can't. Okay, but... Oh, I'm supposed to take it with me. Ha! Okay, well. Now we understand. How do I get back down? Can I fall off this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I just like soft lock myself in here? I'm supposed to take it with me, but I can't. Now I can't get back down. How come I can't run off the edge? I gotta be able to get... I can't get... Oh, I can go through here. Okay. Oh, no, I can. Oh, yes, I can. I can go through there, but I can't take my orb through there. Okay, 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 okay. I understand. Wow. Okay. John Steed says, Hollow Knight is okay. Good, not great, but I hate it more and more every time I hear people praise it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I really, really loved it, but I also completely understand why people didn't like it. I mean, it's just, there are definitely things about it that, I don't know, I can totally understand. Boom. Grab it. Yeah, let's go. Oh, no. I gotta do that again, because now I gotta, okay, yep. This game is done by the same devs that did Inside and Limbo. Okay. So glad I can get out of. I loved Hollow Knight, but I really love Metroidvanias a lot, and I thought it was a great Metroidvania. A lot of people will say that there's a lot of backtracking in it. I never really felt that way, but that's just because I really enjoyed playing it. I just really loved playing it. I didn't have any issues playing it. It was challenging, but I didn't ever feel like it was too challenging. I don't know. That's just me. I loved it. I've never had Shake Shack. Become a celebrity streamer like Susie. You'll get through your backlog in no time. I don't have. You were about to call it your ball. Just call it that. That's what they are. They're like biomes, though. Check this out. Have you ever seen this game? Check it out. You can like go inside them. It's my little ball. And then, oh, hold on. Oh. Yes, baby. To post on my YouTube channel, I try to edit out the front, like the beginning just chatting, and then any time that I'm away from the computer, I try to edit all that out. And there was one time in particular where you could just see how frustrated I was, because Auden was literally standing like right here, just chattering constantly to me. And I like, you can just see how frustrated I get. I probably had to put more edits in that VOD than anything else, because I was like, she just would not stop talking. I was like, leave me alone. Yeah, so, oh, good one, you have played this game. Okay. I love puzzle games a lot. I really love Metroidvanias. And I like RPGs as well, but I just don't, Land Rider, thank you so much for the, so I know, I'm sorry, I had to run an ad, but I was away from my computer anyway, so, this is too low. Yeah, I was editing. Wait, can these go away? No, I don't think they can. I was editing the Lego Horizon Adventures, and then I was editing Astrobot. It's been a long time since I've posted any of my VODs, so... Wait, there's no other place to put this fella. Oh, is there? Because I need the green one, is what I need. Wait, do I need the green one? Or do I need to do this thing twice? No, there's no way. Because from how fast the little ball thing, like the little shoot, like the little, the white laser beam thing shoots, there's no way I can make it from here all the way up there. Am I... Okay, hold on. Maybe there's another place for me to put the orange one in here, and I can just take the green one. Maybe. So good one. Have you played Limbo and Inside? Because both those are great as well. I loved those. First game of this devs that I ever played was Limbo. And I did that whole thing by myself. I was very proud, very, very, very proud. And so far, I've managed to do all of this by myself. There have definitely been some doozies, some moments where I've been like, I don't understand. But it's all come together. Like right now, I'm like, I need the green one, but I don't know how to put this one down, and I have nowhere. Shoot, maybe we can. Let's try. Yeah, let's try. Oh, that's right. I don't know. I can understand why people didn't like Hollow Knight, but I loved it. I thought it was great. It's one of my top 5 games of all time. But maybe it was because I just had never played a game like that since like Super Metroid. You know what I mean? Had I played a game like that? You know what? Not even really, because I'd never played an open world Metroidvania where like, because my brother and my sister and I all got to the sacred grounds, or the resting grounds, all in different ways. And I thought, of course, I had done it the right way. And then my sister was like, oh yeah, I went to, oh wait, I can't take him back because I can't get back through the thing. Okay, there has to be another way then. There's got to be another way. That's not how we're supposed to do it. Well, I'm going to do Echoes of Wisdom clips today, and then I have to go back to January, and I'll have all of 2024. And next I go back to do Outer Wilds. I've gone a bit all over the place, but trust me, it makes sense in my head. I'm just grateful that they're out there because I've meant to do that same thing, and I just never got around to doing it. There has to be a place. Confusion. Okay, so if I put this one here, that still doesn't... And I can't take this over here because I'm not actually physically holding the green one. This doesn't make that go. Is it possible to soft lock yourself in this game? Because I was going to go back down and try to shoot the thing twice, but I don't think that's what you're supposed to do because I don't think there's enough time. I think once you make it up here, you got to figure out how to do it up here. But there's like nowhere else for this dude to go. Well, there's a thing that I don't see. if I... We're just gonna keep doing the same thing. This very question was asked by every tester that went on this game during development. Let's hope so. Oh, is it possible to get soft locked? Is it possible for me to get soft locked in this game? Or is there like an extra plate? Nope. And this isn't... Okay, this one's interesting because I can't seem to find a third pedestal. I don't want help. I'm just talking it out. Rumors are that there was a big prime for the one that succeeded. Oh, big award. Like, I know what I need to do. I need to get up here and shoot the thing in the thing. I wonder... what's all the way back here? Oh, I can't even make it through that. Okay. What's this one for? Why does that have a little thing on it? Why is that reflective there? That is an interesting question. Can't do anything without a little orb. And then this just activates that. My problem too is I don't want to reset the level because I don't want to go like... It says there's a load option. I don't know what that means. I don't know where that loads me. So I don't want to go, but I don't think that's how it's supposed to be done. I think you've got to find a way to get the green one out of this orange one, but I can't quite figure out how to do that. This is a tricky little orb-stickle course. You're right. Dang straight. But there are only 2 pedestals. This one's doing me a bamboozle. This is making my brain hurt. It's giving me wrinkles in my brain. Obviously, you're supposed to bring... No, just pick it up. This doesn't do anything. Is there anywhere I can, like... I just gotta switch them. I need to be able to go inside the orange one. And I can't take it through here with me. Okay, real talk. Is it possible to get soft locked? Or is there always a way out? Obviously, I'm missing something. Oh, that's what I'm missing! That changes everything. Never mind. I didn't realize you could do a little switcheroo. That would have been helpful to know that earlier on. Okay, that's really good to know. All right, never mind. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. Oh. Oh, I don't need the white one for that. I thought I needed the white one, but I don't. Okay, I'm gonna need to do the same thing. I'm gonna need to... VT, how's it going? Hi, I'm VT. Okay. Is this gonna do something? Oh, okay, yep, yes. That was simple. Yay! Yeah, you can swap the balls in and out of, like, if you're holding one and one is on a pedestal, you can swap them out. I didn't realize you could do that. I'm not... Oh, I am so good at aiming. Oh, here we go. What? Okay, here we are again. Just crow things. This game cannot be soft locked, but my brain certainly can. Nicely figured out. Well, it was a last ditch effort. Okay. These ones are brutal. Okay. Ow. Don't let me down. Ow! Biscuits! Oh, shoot. Yeah! Okay. Oh. Yeah! That was awesome. Okay. That was actually the easier out of the two. Oh. Oh, that is so far away. Oh, so close. Don't lose it now. Dang it! Ah! I'm gonna run out of time. Yeah! Okay. Oh, now it's time. Okay. We're gonna do this game again, right? He's gonna hit it back to me. And then we get the purple one, and then everything gets even more complicated. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. That's right, that's what you get when you steal my biomes, man. Don't steal my stuff. This game is wild. Soft locking your brain is not ideal. Truth. He's like, you win. Here you go. Here's the purple one. Oh man, this is gonna get crazy. Thank you. Is he gonna die? Wow. Okay, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, but like you took the things. I don't know. I do not know what the point of all of this is. I have no idea. This reminds me of Dark Bramble. Kinda. There are 115 rebirth glyphs. That actually doesn't really surprise me. It's been a while since we've been in that purple one. Okay. We have this creepy setup here. How many had UV in them? Too many. The only right answer. Are we gonna have to fight all the bosses again? Is this gonna be a boss rush? Don't tell me. But I do not like boss rushes. Ooh. Okay. Someone just... Oh, no. Okay. What's this guy over here for? Like, what's its job? Okay. I feel like we've opened doors like this before. This is... Oh, it needs a drone. It needs a My Little Droney. It's got the triangle on the top. Okay, let's see what this... I wasn't selected to go get my hands on a Switch 2. Dang. That would have been so cool. Okay, so I need to bring the... I actually may need to bring all of them in there. Possibly. Oh man, that's gonna take me somewhere else. I think this was where we fought the boss. Yes. Okay, so I gotta like... Oh no, I didn't think I know what I'm doing. That's what my sister said. My little droney, my little droney. I think I just need to put... all... Okay. I think I just need to... Oh, I know what needs to happen. Wait, do I know what needs to happen? Because if I have 4 of them... Oh, I don't have 4 of them. I have 3. Because I have to go into the purple world. I'm so smart. SMRT. Okay. Can't bring the biome that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that makes sense. This game hurts my brain. It's so fun though. I've really, really enjoyed it. I've liked it a lot. This definitely stood this stood up, or what am I saying? This lived up to the hype. Yeah, I have 4, but I like I'm in one. Okay. It was weirdly creepy. Oh, that one was situated in the right... That was closest to the diamond. I love listening to my toddler play in there. Oh yeah, those go down by a little droney too. Music. Music happens when you're on the right track. Smeagol, my love. That's been in my head. Like, I'll call Auden. I'll be like, come over here, my love. Smeagol, my love. Okay, so if I shoot this again, you can't do the thing from the Farnsworth parabox where they pull the boxes into the universe they contain. No, you cannot. Oh, okay, I get it, I think, so. So it's just basically a really long way of bringing all the, like, it's just, oh, wait. It's just a really long way to bring these things around. You just have to like, why are those there? We don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. What am I doing? I gotta put the thing on the thing. Okay. like I know what I need to do, and my hands are not listening to my brain. Now we go over and we get it. I have a feeling we're nearing the end. There's more music playing. Yeah, it's just like, that's just, there's so many obstacles. That makes like a pool, right? I'm gonna go to YouTube, watch all those Yuffie clicks that, oh, all those clips that Scarecrow posted. Bye, John! Thanks for being here! Yuffie. Hi, Stixel Pupper. Stixel. Oh, I'm not thinking this through. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta go get a drone. So this is very simple, but like making it happen is really complicated apparently. Like I know what I'm supposed to do and still I'm having a hard time delivering. Okay, so it's 3:10. All right, I'm gonna go. I've got to go get my daughter from the bus here in like 5 minutes. Although I'm a little confused at how we're supposed to get the white one. Because I can't bring them all over that way. Okay, hold on. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Oh. Oh, I thought that was a path. I thought that was a path, a path, a path, a path, a path. So the white one is supposed to go... it's not supposed to come with us. There's this. It's Fan! How's it going? 3 to 10 could be referring to a lot of things. According to my 4-year-old, it's 13. Ooh, I have actual water. Yeah, it's not supposed to come with us. Oh, nope. We are definitely on the right track. Things are happening. Things are happening. Things are in motion that we can't. Oh, we can't change now. Those look like weird bone stairs. Yeah, actual real life water. Odd and counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 19. Okay, but like, oh, you know what? I'll bet I know what this is for. I'll bet you're supposed to put the green one in there so you can take it with you, not just leave it behind, silly. Silly. This place reminds me of Aegon Wastes from Metroid Prime 2, although it's a little brighter. But it just reminds me of... Oh, yeah, see? Oh, how nice of them! Oh, wait, no, it wasn't nice. Because now... Wait a minute, I think I know where we are. Dude, we've completely circled back. Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh, I know where we are. Oh, I don't know why we're back here. She's been listening to this song from the Baby Shark movie. There's this character called Stariana, and she sings this song where she goes, "I'm Stariana, the greatest starfish in the whole wide water." And I heard her, and then it goes, Stariana, na 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 na. And I just heard her, she's in there singing. Na 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 na. Bye, Hayes. Have an excellent, excellent rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. I'm checking the bus app because I gotta go pick up my daughter in just a minute. Okay, we still have some time. Okay. Ugh, I know. There's this Baby Shark movie that she loves it. Absolutely loves it. Starry na 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 na. $25 rats. Wait. I didn't really only use to be able to count up to 25 rats. Don't get 25 rats. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, my brain's working this out. I feel like I know how to do this, but I but that doesn't make sense though, because I know, so do I. I was really hoping we'd miss that bandwagon, but it's this really nasty starfish named Stariana, and she wants world domination, and she's trying to be a pop star to get world domination or something, and Auden loves that song. It's something like, "You're gonna wanna see Stariana, the greatest starfish in the whole wide water." And I'm always like, So where does this take us back to? Wait a minute. Wait, what? What just happened? Ugh. That's important. I feel like I know what I'm doing, but I can't. We just got music. Wait, what? How is those things? Okay. I don't understand. I have the orb right here. I've got this biome right here, but it's also in the... Oh, because we're in the green one. My brain hurts a lot. I can't handle it. Okay. But wait a minute. But we're in the green one that is also in the purple one right now, right? Yes. Okay, so we're in the purple one. Wait. We're in the green one that is in the purple one. Oh man. Whoever made a Baby Shark movie should be prosecuted. Yeah, I totally agree. She loves it. It's on Paramount Plus. I've never actually watched it, but it obviously has something to do with like Stariana taking over the world or something. And I'm just like, and To be totally honest, there isn't a whole lot of baby shark, like baby shark doo-doo. There isn't a whole lot of that. Wait, can I run a... Where do I go? I legitimately don't understand which direction I'm supposed to go. How am I carrying the green biome when I'm in it? That doesn't... Oh, I understand. Not that, but I understand the other part. So... I don't understand. Just don't worry about it. So confused. Now we're in the purple one. No, we're in the green one. Oh. My head hurts so badly. What? I don't understand. Why is those things? That doesn't make any sense. And then if we go into the orange one, the green one's there. Whoa, no, it's not. The orange is in the green. I know, but how do I have the green one, but I'm in it? What? Okay, the only way we can go is this way because it's the only way we can go. Oh! We can't go that way. I'm grooving to audience music. Now if I go through this, where do I come out? Oh, right where I was standing. Okay, while the mechanics of this game have made sense all the way up until now, now they don't make sense. I don't understand how I'm carrying the green one around on my back when I'm in it. It doesn't make any sense. I think we need to review how you got into the green into this situation. Yeah. We're in the purple one right now. But I can't even get out of the purple one because when I go onto one of the... Yeah, seriously. When I go onto the, Okay. Wait a minute. Oh. That still makes no sense. Because what happens if I take this in here? That doesn't make any sense, but we're just gonna roll with it. How is those things? Okay. I gotta go get my daughter from the bus real quick. How is it possible for us to be in the green biome if we need the green biome ball to make those big pillars appear or disappear? Oh. You know what I mean? Like, if we're in the green one, then You walk next door. Yeah, I don't even remember how I got into this situation. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD for like the moment it happened because I still don't understand. Because reminds me of a special Doctor Who minisode where the TARDIS materialized inside the TARDIS. Yeah, I've got some serious questions. So, it doesn't make any sense. It can't make sense. Okay, okay, we can do this. I may have to write things down. We'll see. The music is still going, which means I'm on the right track. If I wasn't on the right track, the music wouldn't be, like, progressing. What I'm looking for is a droney. That's what I'm looking for. Right? But that makes sense because of time travel. I never watched Doctor Who. I'd probably enjoy it, and I've just never taken the time to watch it. I don't even really know why. So if I do this, and then I go through the little thingy, I'm just gonna appear out of that green one. Yeah. Wild. Oh my gosh, my brain! My brain is paining. Oh, I know what that does. That moves around. Okay, hold on. What's up here? A droney! I think so. Oh no, that is where a droney materializes after it gets eaten by this thing. Oh, we need to get it over. Okay. Oh, I think I know how to do that. Yeah, I feel like all logic just went out the window. Oh. Oh! Okay. What is that? Those little fish giving us the symbols? Or maybe not. Maybe the symbols are up here. Probably. Oh, but they're too high. I can't see them. Maybe not. Whoa, that is trippy. Oh my gosh. There are only 884 episodes of Doctor Who. You can get through those fairly quickly, right? Especially since I'm a parent. I've got all the time in the world. Yeah, I choose not to watch TV, really. I choose to play games instead. They make me feel... Oh, I see reflection. Oh. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So the first one is... Oh, no. Okay, I gotta write this down. First one is... that one. It's a bad job. Okay, and then the second one is... triangle. My drawings are terrible. Wait. 1, 2. 3. It's the X one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one's this one. I think so. Oh, that's the cross through it. And then what is the final one? Well, whichever one is next. Whichever one's left. Oh, no. No. That one with the cross through it is last. Because that one's reflection is right there. Okay. I guess you have one time when you won't have time when the 5 new seasons. Oh, I'd love 5 new seasons of Grab. I would make time. Everybody asks Alex Hirsch why he didn't make it go past 2 seasons, but sometimes you have to end it while you're ahead, or else you run into the problems that shows like The Office and stuff did, which they dragged out way too long, and I just feel like lost its. Okay. My drawings of these are so bad. Oh, yeah, baby. It was all the reflections. Who is that girl I see? What is that sign I see staring straight back at me? There's my little brony. So cute. So cute. Games are more social. It has the social potential of watching sports together, but with a plot like a movie. Yeah, and it, like, I feel like I'm accomplishing something. I feel I would much rather choose to play games than watch a movie. When I watch a movie, I feel like I need to be doing something with my hands. Wait. I feel like there are other places I need to go. Oh, maybe not. I'll follow the brony or the droney. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, what? That did not do what I thought it was gonna do. I always end up doom scrolling during a movie to ADHD. Yeah, see? I would much rather play a game. There are plenty of great movies out there. I'm just not a huge movie person. My dad refuses to watch the rest of The Office. Yeah, I watched The Office up until... I just remember an episode where the printer was like, I think the last episode, the printer exploded or something. And that was the last episode we watched. And we were like, we don't want to watch anymore. It just wasn't, it just didn't hit the same. It just wasn't the same. Okay, wait, I thought if I... Okay, hold on. I know, that's gonna eat my thing, I know. But now... Oh, I get it. It doesn't make sense, but I get it. Yeah. Weird. Oh, I need that. I need that. It just, I mean, it suffered from the same thing I think every show suffers from when it goes on too long, when they keep trying to prolong it and they keep trying to make, like, I don't know how The Simpsons is still running. No idea how The Simpsons are still running, but I don't know if it's any good. It's gotta be. I don't know how Family Guy's still running either. Isn't Family Guy still a thing? I cannot believe Family Guy is still a thing. Okay, this is opening up that. Reading a book would feel like I was accomplishing something if I could manage it. Have you ever listened to audiobooks? Ooh. Not everybody can do audiobooks either. I get that. Oh. This is bananas. It doesn't help when Sword Art hasn't seen it himself. And hot take, I don't see the appeal in The Office. I prefer Parks and Recreation. Well, Parks and Recreation came after The Office and copied The Office. That's why we couldn't watch it, because we were like, this is basically just an Office ripoff. The Office did the whole, like, mockumentary first. Interesting. Oh, what is your job? You probably move that someplace else. Yeah, you do. And then we like go inside it and then come out in that place. Makes no sense. Oh my gosh, what is even happening? Audiobooks are better, but I still stress about focusing. Listening to casual banter is just easier, and that's totally fine. Okay, he unlocked that, so now... I guess that's true. It has different characters. It has its own charm. We couldn't get into it because we just felt like it was a direct copy of The Office. And I know there are plenty of people that love it. Plenty of people. It wasn't for us, though. We were just kind of like, but we were also kind of Officed out. We were like, okay, well, maybe this will fill that void. And we didn't feel like it did. So we were like, whatever. Okay, but now I need an orb. But I also need a droney. That doesn't help me. I lost interest in Parks and Rec when it stopped being about the big pit. Oh, I didn't really care for Modern Family so much. Modern Family was funny, but to me, I don't know. There was something about it that I was just kind of like, I wanted so badly to like it because everybody loved it. And I did not find it nearly as entertaining as everybody else did. We watched a couple episodes and I love Phil. I totally love, like, I love the characters, but somehow they just did not come together. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Can I just move like this whole platform? Because that would be stupendous. Okay, let me look at this again. Wait. Oh, what is that there for? Oh, so you can warp back to it and come get the... Wait, what? Okay, where does this spit me out then? Oh, I understand what I need to do. Maybe? Ooh. Well, I've never seen an episode of The Office US version or Parks and Rec, so I'm uniquely qualified to pontificate on the subject. Yeah, I don't know. I have not been able to find any TV shows that I've really gotten into. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I was supposed to... Oh, yes, I was. I just haven't gotten into a TV show in a long time. There are so many TV shows, and I know that a lot of people love so many people. Oh, but oh, I get it. Oh, that's where it connects. I was like, I don't remember that. Okay, cool. And then that should send us there. Oh, yeah, baby. This is bananas. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, we're back here. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Modern Family was nice enough, but I guess not very unique besides having less traditional family dynamics. And it was probably the most nonsensical version of a mockumentary. I kind of agree. I think maybe that was kind of my issue with it. I was like, it just didn't, the humor just did not work for me. Okay, we're supposed to go that way. There were definitely funny parts, but it didn't strike a chord with me. And that's not to say that it's a bad show. It's just like Hollow Knight. Like, some people absolutely love it. I just wasn't one of those people. I don't really know why. Am I supposed to be bringing the green one with me? Oh man, we're all the way back here. I'm supposed to be bringing the green one with me. Well, now we look like we're back in the purple place. I think Abbott Elementary is a new show that does well regarding the mockumentary style. I've heard great things about Abbott Elementary. I've never taken the time to watch it because, like I said, I don't choose to watch TV shows or movies. I would rather play a game. I don't know. It's much more immersive, and I feel like I'm accomplishing something, I guess. I don't know. Okay. That looks right. Even though we're back in the green world that's in the orange world. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. But somehow I'm powering through. I don't really know how. Okay, well, that part's done. I've had the Dune TV show on my hard drive for nearly 2 months and still haven't gotten around to watching it. I tell you, if procrastination was an Olympic sport, I'd fail to medal having arrived late. Oh my gosh. Okay, how do we do this again? Ah. Wow, that was bananas. Yeah, take care of that for me. Well, where does that put us? Hold on. I need all my business. Oh, I can't even bring all my business because I don't have anywhere to put my business. You know what I mean? Wolf watches a lot of K-drama these days. You get the entire story in 12 to 16 episodes. No waiting around for the next... Did I pronounce that right? K-drama? That's what it looks like to me. I just don't watch anything. I am so scared to click this. Where's this? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that was the whole point. That was the whole reason I was here. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Hello? Oh, I just needed to walk up to it. I have a feeling I'm supposed to put all of them in the same... Wait, how's the green one in there too? What? It doesn't make any sense. How is those things? The white one is in the purple. Oh. It looked green. Well, yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I know how to do this, maybe? Question mark. Wait. Yeah, I thought that looked green. It's white. It's white inside the purple. But if... Okay, hold on. I guess there's one way to test this. I was going to put all of them in the purple one, but I can't... Oh, yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. I have to... I guess I don't understand... Well, don't tell me. I'm going to talk out loud. I don't understand what this is asking for. It has one pedestal, but I imagine all the biomes have to be inside one biome. And it seems like the only way to do that is to put all of them in the purple one. I think so. Yes. I just have to separate out the green and the orange one. How do I do that? I think I can do that. Oh, the diamond's gone. Well, never mind. Okay, well, now we're in the purple. So I'll take the white out with me. Maybe you just put one in there? No, I think you have to put them all in the same biome together. But I don't think they can be... I don't think they can be in the same loop, though. I think... Or, I'm sorry, I just read the word loop. I don't think they can be in the same... I think they all have to... I don't think one can be inside another and then that orb can be in one. I think they have to all be separate inside... Maybe? Goodness, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I need to separate it out this way. Oh, I guess I can separate it out if I do this. Oh, wait, I can just swap these, right? Yeah. I have a thought, but I don't know how you could do it. Well, apparently in this game, anything's possible. Now I'm wondering if I have to do it in a certain order. So like orange goes into white, white, and then white goes into purple, and then purple goes into green. So orange goes into white. Somewhere. Yeah. Over here. Because if you just put one color down, it doesn't work either. Because I was thinking maybe if you put each one down individually, it'll open up certain parts. But I think you have to put all of them there. Okay, orange goes into white. And then you shake it all about. And then white goes into purple. I think so. I'm gonna be... This is so much work. Okay, white goes into purple. And then purple goes into green. For whatever reason. Come on. Oh, we got music. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Huh. Oh, I thought that was a door. That was not a door. Okay, this is very intense. I feel like we must be at the end. What are we? Where are we going? Some little wormhole. Oh no, not a wormhole. Okay. I don't know which biome this is. We're not in any of them. We just gave them all away. Oh, I thought those were steps. Oh, okay. Ugh. I don't know. Where did we end up? Yeah, we were in whatever that final biome was. I don't know what that was. Yeah, restart. I'm waiting for the moment it all clicks. I was in the cocoon? So those are all the different biomes? Oh, so I went through like my transformation from... It doesn't make sense. But that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the game. The game was phenomenal. And I did the whole thing without any help. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. That was crazy. So we did all that so we could like, I don't want to say, metamorphose into something better. And then it was basically just my tiny little world was part of some massive ecosystem. Or like, wow, that was crazy. And you know what? I don't think there's really like, well, just like Inside and just like Limbo, there really kind of isn't any legitimate like, oh, look, we wrapped everything up in a nice little package. All of them have kind of open-ended kind of like, what? Why are those things? All that work so we could evolve. So was that us at the end with all those things? Was that us at the very end, or was that just another like being or creature at the very, very end that was basically looking at this entire solar system? Was that us? We did it! That was crazy. Dude, I loved it. It was so great. It made me really, really think. And I love puzzle games like that so much. And I feel like that was a great addition to their backlog, or like their game, I don't know, what am I saying? Their list of games. I don't want to call it their franchise because it's not really a franchise, but what a wonderfully clever game. I've never played anything quite like it, where you've got to do like with the biomes and stuff. That's crazy. Portfolio, thank you. Yeah. That was nuts. I cannot believe at the end I was able to figure out what the heck, well, I wasn't really able to figure out what the heck was going on, but trying to keep everything connected to where you were going to come out and where you were going in was just bananas. I just don't understand the people that have the brains to come up with something like that. That was so clever and so well done. Their gameography, yeah. That was so great. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I recommend it to anybody that is into puzzle games. I don't know how many of you like actually watched what was going on. My sister was telling me that she was like, I don't ever really watch. I mostly just kind of listen. And I was like, oh, great, because I can't explain any of the stuff I was trying to do. The best I could come out with, best I could say was like, oh, I've got to put the thing in the thing. Yeah, well, that doesn't explain anything because that's pretty much the tagline for the entire game. Everything about this game was so unique, from the boss design, from the biome, like Ception and everything. Everything was so unique. Just the world building, all that stuff. It was so cool. I wouldn't be surprised if I get it for $5 in 8 years. Probably not even 8 years. I would imagine it probably wouldn't take that long. Limbo and Inside go on sale, although I guess it's been a long time since both those were released, but those go on sale for like $1.99. My brother gifted me this game. I was waiting around for it to get below 10 because it is a shorter game, but hey, it's Chef. How's it going, Chef? It was great. It was super great. It was very confusing at times, and you really have to, I did have to write some things down. Salty got Portal 1 and 2 as a bundle for $5 on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas! That's a great gift to yourself. Well, now I have two games. I don't really remember Inside, to be totally honest. I live streamed Inside. I don't remember if I figured all those puzzles out on my own. I can't remember. I think I did. But this game, I definitely feel very accomplished figuring it all out on my own. And Limbo, I feel very confident, proud of myself that I figured all that out on my own. I can't quite remember Inside. I feel like there might have been one or two things. But you know what? Sometimes people will come into chat and they will either not see my no spoilers / no backseating tag, or they'll decide to ignore it or something. Sometimes we'll get new viewers that'll come in and be like, well, have you thought about this or something? And then when I look at the screen, I have no, I can't help myself but read their message. And so it's kind of a spoiler without really meaning to be a spoiler, or maybe they were trying to spoil. I don't know. That's happened before where somebody will give me a hint when I didn't want one, but it just kind of happens. And so I don't know if that happened during Inside. I'm not really sure, but I'm glad you liked this game. I totally agree with you. This game keeps you so engaged. This game was so mind-bending. Definitely one of the most mind-bending games I've ever played in my life. As a lurker who is looking at work while listening to stream, I have to say these streams had the fewest complete sentences overall, but it was still fun to listen to you figure it all out. Yeah, it was so much like, but well, I could, no. Well, maybe. It was so great. I highly recommend it. This studio has not disappointed yet. And they've taken their time with their games. They don't just release games willy-nilly. They definitely take their time with their games. And I remember seeing the ad for this one and thinking, yeah, I do feel proud. What was I thinking? Confident? No, that's not what I was looking for. Oh, it was great. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. I loved it. Land Raider's like, I missed a bunch because of school, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you like puzzle games, this game's for you. Just know it gets crazy at the end. And it doesn't, and I think my only downside of it is that I don't quite understand how I was in one biome, but still had the orb to put on my back. That's the one thing I don't understand. And that was when all logic kind of went out the window. And I was like, well, wait a minute. How am I in the green world if I'm holding on to it right now? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, maybe competent? I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD and I'm sure it'll make sense. But ultimately, I also 100% understand, especially streaming it, I 100% understand looking things up because you don't want to hang around on the same puzzle for hours. You know, I totally get that. Yeah, it never clicked how suddenly I was in one biome, but I was also holding it on my back. And then when I would go through the transportation or the teleportation pad, I would come out in the same world. That didn't make sense to me. But like I said, I'll go back and watch it and hopefully the moment it happens, it'll click. But it was kind of like, I mean, I feel the same way, Scarecrow. I feel like the etiquette is you should just keep your mouth shut unless they are like, I'm legitimately asking for help. I feel like a streamer that is totally okay with backseating will mention that. Control Freak is playing Horizon Horizon Forbidden West right now, and he's very open about it. He's like, backseat the heck out of me, guys. I don't mind. Don't spoil me, but you can backseat me. If I'm running around looking for something and I'm in the totally wrong place, like, let me know. Collector has been playing Horizon Zero Dawn and was under the impression that they needed to collect something from machines that he did not need to collect from machines. And I decided to just be like, you know what? I'm going to just let you in on this. That's not what you're looking for. There's something else that has the same name that you only find in very specific areas in the game. And it is confusing. I didn't pick up on that when I played the game, but he was like, I've killed so many machines with these things on them. And then when I go try to get them, I can't harvest them. And I was like, oh, you're looking for different things and they will be in separate areas. I don't know how to pronounce, I don't know how to say it without spoiling it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there is nothing, there's a quest that, there's a quest that is optional that you need certain things for and you don't get them from machines. He thought you got them from machines. Annapurna are the publishers. They pick up devs with true passion. They do. Didn't they dissolve though? Didn't they stop? Yeah, I can't do that. I can do that. Oh, no, I cannot do that. No, I can do that. Yes, that was pretty much my whole entire experience with this. It was great. I loved it. As always, extra credit for completing a game while streaming, because we keep a big part of your brain busy and you work with what you've got left. That's true. And that is why when I was editing that Astrobot VOD the other day, there was a day where Auden would not leave me alone. And she was talking in my ear just constantly. And I was trying to focus on chat and I was trying to focus on my game. And then I, of course, have like my own internal monologue. And then she's talking to me and asking me questions and she's tapping me on the shoulder and going, mama, 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 mama. It was too much. I was so overwhelmed. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I can't keep streaming like this. I just can't. And then all of a sudden she went, okay, I think I'm done. And she ran out of the room. And then I just felt guilty, which is this really crazy emotional whiplash that a parent experiences, because you love your children and you want to be around your children and you would do almost anything for your children. But there are also times where you're like, I just want you to leave me alone. This is my time. This is when I am trying to, this is the one thing I do for myself. But then the instant that you're like, will you just leave me alone? And they're like, okay. And they go away. You're like, oh crap. Now I feel like a crappy parent because I feel like I just was mean. Oh, today she told me she wanted to go outside and play in this kiddie pool we have filled with sand. It's like our little makeshift sandbox. And she wanted to go out and dig in the sand. And it was cold. It was like, it was below 40 degrees outside. And I could have gotten her all bundled up, but then she was going to be in the sand. And I didn't want to deal with sand on, I didn't want to have her playing in the sandbox with mittens on, but maybe I should have. But I was like, sweetheart, it's too cold to go out and play in the sandbox. And she goes, Mama, that is not nice. And I said, what's not nice? And she said, not letting me do what I want to do. That's not nice. And I was like, check yourself before you wreck yourself, child. I'm keeping you safe. It's cold out there. Granted, I probably should have just allowed her to go out there and she would have gotten cold and she would have come inside. But I just felt so guilty. And she was like, that's not nice, Mama. And I was like, I'm just trying to be a good mom here. And you're calling me not nice. That's not nice. Yeah. Okay, Mama, love you. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's the only way I can describe it is emotional whiplash. You go from one feeling, and it's the same thing when your toddler has a complete meltdown out of nowhere, or your child has a complete meltdown out of nowhere. Most of the time it's toddlers that do that. Everything will be fine. And then all of a sudden they'll go into this rage mode and you're just totally pulled from one emotion to the other in like the blink of an eye. It's like a rubber band snapping. It's absolutely emotional whiplash. And that's what I experience often during streaming when she comes in here and she needs something from me and she's constantly asking me for things. And then when I'm like, I just need you to go out. And she goes, okay. And she goes out. And then I'm like, crap. Now I feel like a really crappy parent. Hey, it's Grandpa. Toddlers and teenagers. And it's Padawan. Yeah, I assume it's the same thing when teenagers all of a sudden you say something and they're like, well, I just can't do anything right, can I? I hate this family. Ah! And they run and like slam their door and you're left going, what just happened? We haven't experienced that quite yet, but there are moments where Charlotte I'll be telling her something in the car and she'll be like, I know, you told me 100 times. And I feel that same way. I feel that kind of like emotional whiplash where all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, what just happened? And it is so emotionally exhausting. That's one of the reasons parents are so overstimulated, especially parents of little kids, because you just ping pong back and forth between like insane rage and then like angelic, like, I love you, Mama. You're the best mama in the whole world. And then you feel guilty for getting mad and, oh, it's back and forth and back and forth. Oh my gosh. But I realized I was making a mistake because I realized I was allowing her to basically just snap. We've been struggling a lot with like dinner time. And I realized I was making a mistake because I was allowing her to basically just snack as much as she wanted while she was watching Charlotte. See, she didn't even hear me because she's on her phone. Are you going to get something to eat? Because it's past 4. That's fine. But we've had we've had trouble with dinner because she doesn't want to eat anything, and she's been really picky, and I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm like, did I cause this? Is this just regular toddler behavior? I don't know. And so I realized part of the reason she doesn't eat dinner is because she snacks during the entire time I let her watch TV while I'm finishing up my stream. And so I finally the other day was like, okay, no more of that. She comes in and goes, can I have goldfish? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Go get goldfish. Can I have pretzels? Sure. Go get pretzels, or I'll have Charlotte go do it. And so now I'm like, all right, I've made this little snack box for you. It's got these little separation. It's like a little like to-go box kind of, but it has little separated sections, or like those kid plates with like separated sections. And I'm like, all right, you have 3 snacks on here. Today it was string cheese, graham crackers, and strawberry slices. And I was like, this and a cup of milk is all you get. And part of the reason she keeps coming and asking me for things is because she's still hungry. A cup of goldfish doesn't go very far. So, out of context, that sounds wild. Goldfish crackers. A cup of goldfish crackers doesn't go very far. And so I'm like, here's some cheese, some strawberries, and some graham crackers. That's what you get. You can't just snack for an hour and a half, because then you won't eat dinner. And sure enough, it's starting to work, because even when she doesn't really like what we're having, she's hungry. I'm like, you can eat what you want. And I always put one thing on her plate that I know she'll eat. If she wants to fill up on that, fine. But she doesn't, or I'll give her like some slices of strawberries with her dinner, or something that I know she likes. And then she'll be like, okay, I want more strawberries, please. I'm like, heck no, you gotta finish, like, you have food on your plate. I'm not saying you have to finish your plate, but I'm not going to give you more strawberries when you have food on your plate already. And she gets annoyed. Last night was the first night that she got really annoyed, but I was like, I'm tired of I'm not a short order cook, but because I refuse to be that, but I'm also like, I don't want to sit and just give my kid strawberries for dinner, because then she doesn't learn to eat the food that I made her. Wolf, me, I'm putting my foot down here. Daughter, well, you should pick up your foot back up, because I want a lollipop. Me, nope, I don't negotiate with terrorists. Yeah, no, that's how I am with my toddler. I don't negotiate with terrorists at all. Like, I can handle the tantrums. And even today, they're exhausting. But even today, when she was like, Mama, that's not nice, I was like, you can be mad at me. That's okay. I understand. And she was like, it's not nice when you yell. And I was like, really? Because I don't yell. And I can say that with 100% confidence. I made a choice when I got pregnant with Charlotte that I was never going to yell at my children. And I have never like yelled at my kids. I've raised my voice slightly so they can hear me, but I don't go, that's it, everybody just leave me alone. Like, I've never done that before, because that's just a choice I made. That's just a choice I made. And so I get really irritated when she's like, yelling's not nice. I'm like, you're right, it's not. That's why I don't do it. And I can honestly say that and be like, Mama doesn't yell at you, so it's not very fair for you to yell to Mama, or to yell at Mama. And she had to work that one out for a second. It's Dad Bods! Listen, toddlers are so hard, and I'm sure teenagers are hard as well. It's just, I am just tired of these nightly, like, eating an entire carton of strawberries for dinner. While that's not bad for her, that also doesn't teach her that I cooked this meal and there are other options for her to eat. And so I'm proud of the fact that I finally realized, I was like, oh, no wonder she's not eating dinner. I end my streams at 4:30. She's been eating goldfish, pretzels, apple slices, strawberry slices, all that stuff for the last hour and a half. Why would she be hungry to eat dinner around 5:30? Why? Mine got yelled at this weekend. It was a tough weekend for her and her mama. See, and I'm not telling anybody this is what you should do. I'm saying this was a personal decision I made, but there are so many times where I'm like, all I want to do right now is wheel around and go, everybody just needs to get out of the kitchen now. Like, I am done with this. But but at the same time, every kid also has different personalities. And so certain kids and certain parents' personalities just clash more than others do. So it's so hard. It is so hard. Yelling is a tone of voice, not a volume, but toddlers get so much more grace because they're still trying to figure things out. My 16-year-old, not so much. Oh, I'm sure you do, Dad Bods. I'm sure you're the one that's like, whoa, kumbaya. There's Dad Bods like standing in the middle like, everybody, it's okay. Parenting without yelling is some X-rank parenting. Well, I mean, like I said, I will raise my voice occasionally if like Auden is yelling at me and I have to be like, Auden, honey, we need to calm down. But I've never like screamed at my children, but they're just, kids are just different. And that was, like I said, that was a choice I made before I even had kids. But I've never reached a point where I feel like I don't know. Like I said, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm a really great parent, because I feel like I'm a bad parent a lot of the time. That was just a choice I made, but it's tested all the time, like today, or like on those days, like on that day when I was streaming and she was coming in and constantly bothering me, and I was trying to have conversations with people and I was playing a game and she was talking at me. I wanted so badly to be like, go out, just go, get out of here. But I'm also on camera, right? Parenting on camera is stressful because I don't want to be a bad parent on camera. And I just didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. Fans like, I cleaned my kazoo this weekend. I mean, the whole thing is plastic, right? Mine is. I mean, I got these from like the party store. Danger is an exception. You're right. Like if your kid were about to run out into the middle of the street, you wouldn't be like, Auden, like you would start screaming your head off. That is very, 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 they were in danger of me thumping them is a highly questionable exception. When someone learns their kazoo or cleans their kazoo, that's funny. That's actually a way that that's how my brother talks when he talks in he's got this kind of hillbilly, his name is Mordecai Lipnicki, and he doesn't use the "k," he uses the "h" sound. So he'll be like, oh, that's all right, I was just cleaning my kazoo. That's just how he talks. He developed Mordecai Lipnicki when we were peeling wallpaper off of our bedroom downstairs, our extra bedroom downstairs, and all of us were like super high off the fumes. That's usually the test. If you wonder if you're a bad parent, then you're probably a good one. It's true. It takes work to be a good parent. If you were just to let your kid do whatever you want, you know, that's easy. That's the easy way out. So I don't know how we got on this subject of parenting, but it challenges me every single day. But I'm grateful. I seem to have kind of figured out a way. I've also kind of figured out a way to have her leave me alone, because if she comes in here asking me for things and then she sees my game, she gets interested, especially Astrobot. She loved Astrobot. You know, but if I can give her a snack that'll keep her out there and she doesn't really need me, then that is very helpful. That definitely cuts down on interruptions. It's Space Jambo, high off the fumes. Yeah, we were either putting up wallpaper or we were taking it down. I don't remember what we were doing. Or maybe we were painting. But I have a kazoo I hand take apart, which makes cleaning so necessary, so easy. That's my kazoo. There's one solution: handcuff her to the bed when streaming. I used to be able to close my door, and I actually asked her the other day. I was like, can I close your door? I just threw that out there randomly. And she was like, no, because then it will make me think of my bad dream. And I was like, okay, our bad dream we had like 4 months ago. Really? But that's been a struggle, because it used to be I streamed while she napped, and then I really was uninterrupted for at least 1 hour. But now I'm not uninterrupted anymore, because I have a baby gate up, and I'm not gonna knock it, because I feel grateful that I was able to come up with some sort of solution, because the solution was obviously not to just stop streaming. I didn't know what to do. So I'm grateful I have just some solution. It's not the best solution, but it's the best thing I have now. Salty mentioned dealing with chat while gaming, and thinking about dealing with us naturally draws comparisons to dealing with small children. No, you guys aren't small children. That's not how I feel about chat. It's a lot to deal with when you have an audience and you have a game, and you have a game like this that's takes a lot of brain power. And then you have a small child that's literally just constantly tapping your arm going, mama, 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 mama. It gets really, really old. And frankly, as much as I adore and love my husband and have the biggest crush on him ever, he just does not get it as much because he is not home as often. He is not in that position as often. When he's home, he gets it, but he gets to leave and go fish for X amount of hours. And it's just not the same. Because even when he's in it, he knows there's light at the end of the tunnel. He's working tomorrow, or he's working the next day, or he can take off to the lake the next day. I don't get that. So that's frustrating. Bye, Padawan. Thanks for being here. I am not a small child. I don't want to take up fishing. I don't want to sit out on a lake in the quiet. That sounds awful. I don't love fishing. I can do it, but I don't. Like, I have fun when I do it, but I really enjoy streaming. Some days are just better than others, or some days are worse than others, you know? It just is what it is. Well, now I have to make the decision of what to stream next, because originally I was going to stream Control, because it's like a 3D... Oh, that's actually been on my mind. I don't know if we can do it this Sunday, and we couldn't do it this Saturday either. February is shaping up to be a really crazy month. And I don't know if I can do roundtables on Saturdays or Sundays anymore, because I only get one Sunday out of the month where Andrew and I don't have any extra meetings. And I do feel kind of bad being like, all right, peace out. I'm going to go lock myself in the office for 2 hours. I don't know. It's something I have to look at. We may have to change it to a different day. But that has been on my list. I was more prepared this time. I was like, oh yeah, we got a week until, I mean, it's true. I don't want silence. You know what it is? It's not that I don't want my children around me. It's that I want to not be responsible for anything for a little while. It's like, even when Andrew is home, the girls usually still come to me for things, because that's just what they're used to. And so it's not so much that I'm like, I just want everybody to leave and I want to be in silence. Yeah, silence is kind of nice for a little while, but it's more the fact that I would love to be able to stream for 2.5 hours and not be worried that somebody's going to come ask me for a snack, or I'm going to have to go help somebody go to the bathroom, or you know what I mean? Because yeah, you're right. I don't have the option to disconnect. I'm constantly connected to them, because even while I'm streaming, I've got the baby monitor here and I'm looking at it while she's in her room, and I'm looking over at her. And even when she was napping, there was always the chance that she could wake up. And so when moms say for Mother's Day, all they want is to like be away from their kids or whatever, actually, they'd probably really love to spend time with their kids, but they would love to spend time with their kids and not have to worry about everything else. It would be nice for, you know, the husband to be like, you go do this fun thing with the kids and I will worry about dinner. That's fine. It's not that we don't want to spend time with our loved ones. It's that we don't want to be responsible for everything. You know what I mean? And it's not, and it's really hard to do, but like there are mornings, like yesterday morning, I had a really rough night the other night because my left foot went numb for no reason while I was laying in bed, and I couldn't sleep because not only did it go numb, but it started to like radiate this kind of heat. And it was almost like when something's fallen asleep and then you get those pins and needles and it feels kind of warm. That's how my left foot felt. And it was weird. And there was no pressure on my left side, nothing. I was just laying on my back and I couldn't fall asleep. So, the next morning I did something that I rarely ever do. And I woke up, Auden was awake. It was a Sunday morning. And so I went in and gave her some snacks and just gave her the iPad. And I was like, I'm going back to bed. And I didn't even necessarily go back to sleep, but I just wanted to lay there and not have to do anything for anyone. That's how it feels all the time. Mass Effect will take me a month. I have Mass Effect. I had a case of Daniel Day-Lewis. What does that mean? Story of my life. I asked Ava why on Sunday she wakes me up. That's supposed to be my sleep-in day. So she wakes me up on both days of the weekend. Well, that's just part of having little kids. And that'll eventually go away. But it's just a matter of, like, there are times where I'll just let my kids do extra screen time or whatever, because I'm like, I just don't want them to need me right now. I just feel needed all the time, and I just don't want to be needed right now. That's nice to sit and not have to worry that somebody's going to come in and like ask me or whatever. My left foot. Yeah, it was my left foot. And it still feels, I don't know, it just feels kind of different. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next because, oh, this is opening a can of worms, and it's a, and it's 4:35. So I was looking at it's no secret that I would love to grow my Twitch channel. And so I have to constantly think about, okay, well, what do I play to grow, but also not push people away, not have people lose interest, you know? And so I'm constantly like, well, okay, do I play really popular games? Do I play, you know, I've got this huge backlog. I love streaming games I've never played before because it's all so like, it's so much fun experiencing those things and having those archived, having those moments archived, and like captured on camera. But then there's also like, if I want to leverage YouTube to try and funnel people into my Twitch channel, the best thing that's done that is Tears of the Kingdom, my finale Tears of the Kingdom, or my Tears of the Kingdom finale video. I don't know about other games. I don't know about other VODs, but when I've looked at my analytics, even now, all my top viewed videos are all Zelda. They're all Tears of the Kingdom. They're all Zelda. And so that begs the question, well, how do I incorporate popular games like, or big title games that have a massive fan base that people are obviously searching for on YouTube, like Zelda? My top 2 topics are Zelda and Metroid, weirdly. But there hasn't been Metroid, we're all kind of waiting around for a release date for Metroid Prime 4, but like all the top videos, my top 10 videos, I think, are all Tears of the Kingdom. But people are still searching for those even now. And it's been almost, what, 2 years since it was released? It was a lovely funnel. It wasn't one I anticipated. I'd never planned that out. And so Andrew and I were kind of discussing it, and he was like, well, okay, so your options are to either take one day out of the week where you play a more, I mean, this game is kind of obscure, right? This is a little indie title, right? So you take one day out of the week or 2 days out of the week where you play a Zelda title, and then, you know, cut that up into clips and things like that to bring people into your chat. Or you play that game and make content of that on your own time, which would be after the girls are in bed, whether that's doing a let's play or, you know, whatever. Or you alternate games. And so you play this game, right? We finished this game. And then the next game you do is a bigger title that more people that has a bigger fan base, like a Zelda title or like a Metroid title. And those are really kind of your options. And I was like, well, I only stream 4 days out of the week, and that would make it really hard to make it through a game when I've already done that before. I've done Indie Fridays, or I guess I was doing Indie Thursdays and Fridays before I took Thursdays off. But if I were only playing a Zelda game on a Friday, that would take forever to make it through that Zelda game. And so I don't know if that's worth it, or if but then I'm like, but I also don't want to just spend my evenings playing a Zelda game on camera either, because I have other things I would like to do. And I don't even know if that's what people are looking for. I don't know. I don't think people are looking for playthroughs. I don't know. I can't really decide if they're because my top viewed videos aren't VODs. They're like specific moments in the game, right? But I don't have a Zelda. Well, that's not true. I was going to say I don't have a Zelda game I've never played before. I do have a handful of those. And I also have Minish Cap, which I don't remember anything about. So I might as well be playing it for the first time. I remember teeny little bits and pieces, but I don't remember the dungeons, and I don't remember any of the bosses except the very, 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 very first one. Oh, I don't have an interest in playing any of those games. Valorant or like Overwatch or League of Legends or Fortnite or anything like that. I don't even know if those are all related, but isn't that free to play? Aren't all those games free to play? But do you want it? But do you want to get through the Zelda game if the point is having a Zelda game going? Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I've never played Zelda 1. And I have, it's been so long since I played Wind Waker. I remember nothing about it. Although I do know like kind of the character plot twist. I do know that. And then I don't remember anything about Minish Cap, like at all, except teeny little bits and pieces. So, but I don't really know. So Ander was like, okay, so then play a Zelda game. And I was like, well, but I don't know if that is, to be totally honest, I don't know what anybody's looking for, because yes, my top videos on YouTube are Zelda videos, but they're moments in Zelda games. So it's like, well, what good would it do to play Twilight Princess? You know what? I bet randomized Zelda games would probably get some traction. I've never played a randomizer before. I should play whatever my brother's currently playing. He just text messaged me today and said he's playing Into the Breach, which I know nothing about. I see it go on sale all the time, but I don't know anything about it. And he just finished Black Myth Wukong before he went on tour, or went to work to record or whatever. Oh, Jet's playing Ocarina of Time randomizer right now? Like right now? Maybe we should rate him. My brother does have good taste. I usually trust my brother's recommendations. But I was actually just thinking today, I was thinking maybe I should do a Hollow Knight randomizer next, because I know Hollow Knight also, I don't have any Hollow Knight content on my channel at all. I don't have any Hollow Knight content on YouTube, but I feel like a randomizer might get some traction. I don't know. The reality is I have to sit and think about it. Speaking of interruptions. Hello. Oh, his ear broke. Oh, we can glue it back on.
That was my fault.
Accidents happen. We can glue it back on. It's okay.
But without Papa, we can't glue it. He's the only one that could do it.
I beg your pardon. I can super glue an ear back on a Playmobil donkey. Let me finish my stream, baby, and then... Oh, Jet's not family friendly. Okay, never mind. I really try to keep my... I'd love to support, but I also have my...
I just want a treat.
Okay, well, let me just finish what I'm doing, and then I'll come out and I'll help you. Randomizers are a good way to re-experience old games like Zelda's or Hollow Knight. Oh, it's Papa North! How's it going, True North? Oh, True North, I finally managed to catch him live the other night, but he was playing Silent Hill 2 Remake, and I was like, well, I can't stick around, because I was literally there for like 5 minutes, and I decided to just kind of like, I watched kind of like this, ready to do this, and the sounds alone, I was like, ugh, it was so gross. Everything sounded so gross. I was like, no, I can't do this. He seemed to be doing just fine, but I was like, I couldn't stick around because I was like, oh, it was bad. It was a bad situation. And I knew that if I stuck around, I was going to see something I didn't want to see. I've played Silent Hill 2. I played the original a long time ago. And I kind of debated playing the first one or playing this remake. And then my brother was like, dude, no, it's not for you. And I was like, that's fair. It's also not, it's not the kind of content that I like to put out on my channel either. Yeah, maybe I could watch somebody. Ooh, I did watch my sister stream Silent Hill 2, like the original, and it was, yeah, like I finally managed to catch True North live, and I was like, I can't even stick around. It's too scary for me. So I have all these thoughts of like, but now I didn't expect to finish Cocoon today, so now I got to come up with something before tomorrow. Mario 2 Lost Levels. So I'm not really sure because, I don't want to jump into a randomizer because I also really worry about randomizers too, because I've never tried it and plenty of people do it, but I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And now all of a sudden I've got to pick a game to play tomorrow. I don't know. I feel really stressed out. I feel really stressed out. And it shouldn't be stressful, but it is scary. I just read the word scary. I do feel stressed out because I feel like I'm going to somehow make the wrong... I would love to replay Hollow Knight in a way that I haven't played it before. I would love to play all, you know, and then I'm like, maybe I should just play. I've mentioned it to my siblings and they were like, well, maybe you should just play through all the Zeldas then. Maybe you should start at number 1 and play through all the Zeldas. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to be a content creator that only plays Zelda. So how do I do that? Do I just play them on my own like record it in the evenings and just talk through it? Or do I stream it or what? I mean, I used to have 5 days to stream and now I have 4. So, and but like Scarecrow said, is the goal really to make it through it, or is the goal to just enjoy the journey if it's a Zelda game? You know what I mean? But like, I don't think people are looking for me to play Twilight Princess. That's silly. I don't know, but I do kind of love the idea of playing Hollow Knight again. I've been kind of itching to play it, and it would be really fun to play it with a randomizer, but I feel like I would be so bad. Oh, I've been splitting streams lately. Front half a backlog game, second half a more modern or popular game. How long do you stream? That's the problem though, is I'm limited to, I mean, here it is like 2 hours and 45 minutes, but most of the time I have to sign off at least by 4:30. Yeah, and then there are challenges, you know, you can do, I've done Ocarina of Time low health runs, or I did that one time, you know, and I think to myself, you know, Skyward Sword has a hard mode, you know, so I could do Skyward Sword on hard mode. But combat, baby, you are right. I just finished it and it was freaking amazing. And you know what? I figured it all out on my own and I was so proud. So proud. Whoa. It was such a, like every time I figured out a puzzle and you got like little music kind of cues being like, yeah, you're going in the right direction. Such a rush. It was great. I loved it. It was so unique. Have you played any of the other games this studio's done, like Limbo or Inside? Because I highly recommend those as well. Those games were fantastic. I loved them so much. I live streamed Inside, and so I do have that archived because that was quite a... I played it over the summer and I still think about it all the time. That's me with Limbo. With Limbo, I was like, man, that is like my greatest achievement in video games. It's the fact that I figured all of Limbo out on my own. But I will be honest, these puzzles with all the different BIOME-CEPTION, I feel like it was even harder. I'm so proud. Oh, started both but have not finished them. Yeah, they are kind of sad. They're a little dismal. They're a little bleak. That you are not wrong. You are not wrong. I would say Inside is a little more bleak than Limbo. I feel like Limbo, I don't want to say Limbo has a happy ending, but I feel like Inside's ending is worse, if that helps. I don't know if that helps. But Cocoon was great. No depression, nothing bleak. Everything felt okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm just excited about the Switch 2. That's going to be my birthday present to myself this year. Even though my birthday's in February, it's going to be my birthday present to myself this year. Anyway, but I've got some thinking to do. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't know if I should play, because I was originally going to play Control, which is a 3D Metroidvania, which I have owned for a while. But now I'm like, shoot, do I play a game that... And then there's, of course, the part of me that's like, you're stressing out about this too much. Just play what you want to play, right? I don't know. Oh, I played Little Nightmares and it scared the poop out of me. First half of Little Nightmares I played alone and I was so scared. Second half of Little Nightmares, it's all on my YouTube channel. Second half of Little Nightmares I played with my brother in town, and my brother was spewing little funny anecdotes and stuff. Totally different experience. Absolutely hilarious. We had a great time. If my brother could be here, I would probably play Little Nightmares 2. But he can't, and so I will never play it. Oh, and I quit Little Nightmares after the first part of the DLC. There was something about it that I could not. I say there was something about it. There was a moment that made my stomach churn, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I finished out the first part of the DLC, and I was like, I'm done. I don't like this game anymore. It's not making me feel good. Oh, you just started Grease and Nine Souls. Wow, those are two totally opposing games. I loved Grease, have not tried Nine Souls, but I really recommend the game Neva, that's done by the same people that did Grease, if you enjoy Grease. I thought Neva was better, but just be prepared because it will wreck your soul. It was really hard. Like it was rough. Unfortunately, the dark stuff with kids was a no-go. Yep. It was too, I can't handle violence against kids. Even insinuated violence against kids. Yeah, it's called Neva, Neva, and it was released this last year, and it was probably one of my top games that I personally played of 2024. I loved it. It wrecked me, and I cried like a baby, but it was wonderful. Arise. Oh, it's pronounced Neva. Can't remember how she pronounces it. Arise. Arise. Well, I've got some thinking to do. I didn't expect to finish Cocoon today. Ooh. I've got some thinking to do. If we don't end up playing a game tomorrow and we end up like just chatting or something, don't be disappointed in me, because I gotta figure something out. I feel worried about trying to jump into a randomizer, but I did just have the thought of randomizing Hollow Knight today, because that would be really cool. I love Hollow Knight a lot. But I also am like, there are plenty of, there's also like Mass Effect, which is a massively popular game. Massively popular game that I've never played before. I guess the question also is, how long of a game do I want to play? You know what I mean? Like, do I want to throw myself into a really long game? Although Cocoon was pretty short, so... Astrobot took me... I'm still editing the VODs. I think I'm on day 11. And before that was Lego Horizon Adventures. So that only took me like 5 days, I think. A Cocoon shirt. Interesting. I don't know how I would get an image. It would just be a circle. Just a circle. Or like that diamond or something. There were lots of really cool designs in the game. There was like the cool designs on the ground, like when the little droney like comes out or whatever. There were really cool designs. Or I guess they're the symbols that you were... Knock out all the short games and then play a game that will last the summer. I did that one time. I did a bunch of little short indie games before I geared up for something else. I don't remember what that was. Astrobot was an absolute blast. So much fun. It was so fun. I highly recommend Astrobot if you can get your hands on it. It was such a good time. I just had a fantastic time playing it. I thought it was perfect. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved it. Sticky gecko!
Daddy's not clean.
Yeah, that's because sticky things like this get dirty. Okay, well, I've got to go figure out dinner for my kiddos. Oh, that's right. I was kind of putting it off because I was like, well, I don't want to... Yeah, that's right. I have done that before. But I've got some thinking to do. I'm not sure what will happen because I don't know. I'm going to have to... Yeah, purple, green, white diamond, orange, white. Yeah, I don't know. There are lots of really cool little symbols and stuff in the game, so I'm not sure. But it was great. Highly recommend it if you like puzzle games. Thank you guys for letting me sit here and just brainstorm for a second. I appreciate it a lot. But hey, just remember, I'm so grateful. Everybody came and hung out today. This was great. I feel very accomplished. And just remember that you just a shirt inside a shirt inside a shirt inside a shirt inside a shirt. Yeah, shirtception. Just remember that you matter and that you are important. And each one of you brings unique gifts and talents and personalities to the world that no one else can. So just don't ever forget that. It can get hard when you feel down on yourself, but just remember also that the way you talk to yourself totally matters, because you would never call somebody else like stupid to their face, or you'd never say, well, you're an idiot. Why did you do that? Most of us would never say that to somebody's face. So why say it to yourself? Don't say that to yourself. Treat yourself with kindness because you deserve it, because all of you matter. I don't know. You can like join the Discord or whatever, and we can kind of discuss. You know what's funny? You mean pockets? You know what's so funny? I put on my dress for church yesterday and it has pockets in it, and Auden went, Mama, pockets! And I was like, yeah, pockets! And she was like, pockets! And I said, pockets! We had a pocket off. It was great. It was super, super great. You're right. I would not call somebody a bad mom. And so that's why I try not to call myself a bad mom. I try to just be like, I feel like I just feel guilty a lot all the time, every day, all the time. It's just constant. I never feel like there's never a time where I don't feel guilty. But that's neither here nor there. So I do have a Discord, but where I may or may not discuss Scarecrow, you're a bad mom. No, nobody's a bad mom. Nobody is a bad anything. Everybody is wonderful and excellent, and I appreciate everybody so much. And I mean, shoot, like there's part of me that's like, maybe I should just start Breath of the Wild again. It's been so long since I've played it. We would have a great time. We could do all sorts of different challenges. We could I don't know. So I've got a lot to think about. I wasn't even there for the birth. You guys are awesome. Thank you for letting me brainstorm. I appreciate it a lot. I'm going to go to my be right back, or my thanks for watching screen before this ad hits, because I snoozed it. But just know that I love all of you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll do something. I don't know what is going to happen, but I feel really stressed out about it. Anyway, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Cocoon was awesome. I highly recommend it. It was great. And I'll see all of you guys next time. Bye.